What's going on, my Evolve North County fam? So, you know me, I'm your girl Kelly, and I'm here to give you the lowdown, the rundown on what happened in St. Louis County government this week because my job is to attend these meetings, so you don't have to. And your girl attended 2 meetings this week, and I'm gonna get right to it. So, the first meeting I attended, which was on Monday evening, and it was the Planning Commission's executive session. And so, they talked about several of the petitions, including their decisions about some of these petitions. And one in particular I was really interested in learning about as it's specific to North County. So I don't know if you recall this, but this was in March. I did attend a planning commission meeting because one of the issues discussed was this petitioner who was requesting a change in zoning because she wants to open up a convenience store. And so, currently this place, it's on Chambers and Scottsdale, I believe, is the cross street, the closest cross street there. And right now, it's vacant or whatever, but it used to be a gas station. And so in order for her to, open this convenience store, sell this food or what have you, she needed to make sure that the zoning was changed to allow her this, different use on that particular piece of land. And so she was coming to the planning commission to request change in zoning. And so, they're asking her about her convenience store and all of that. And they also asked her if she planned on selling alcohol in this convenience store, which she replied, yes, that's the plan. So during this hearing, there was also, the public, they were also able to express their concerns or, support whatever for this proposed convenience store situation. And so 3 community members spoke out against it because they're like, look, we have enough of these establishments in our communities. And so fast forward to Monday's meeting, the planning commission were discussing, I guess, whether they were going to recommend this change of zoning or not for this potential new convenience store. And so essentially, they decided that they would recommend the change in the zoning for the sister to open up her convenience store on the condition that no alcohol is sold there. You hear me? No liquor is sold there. So again, y'all, the planning commission, shout out to them. Shout out to the 3 community members that really felt the need to speak out against that because the planning commission listened, y'all. So community voices do matter. So the second meeting I attended was the St. Louis County Council meeting, which, Tuesday evenings, you know how that goes. And so I kind of want to lift up some things that occurred. So the first thing I really wanted to mention was some emergency legislation that was introduced, and it was fast tracked to be perfected by Chairwoman Days. And so this legislation, is around or it's regarding rental assistance. So through, the second round of federal coin, formerly known as the ARPA, formerly known as ARPA, essentially this bill, which is bill number 140, would provide funding for the emergency rental assistance program. So again, it was introduced last night. It was moved for perfection and perfected by the council. However, it could not be presented for final passage because it takes a unanimous vote to do so. And there was one council member absent last night. I think it was Councilman Harder. He wasn't present. So because, didn't have all the folks present to vote, the bill will be tabled and revisited next week. So I'll keep you posted on that. Then there were bills that were passed. There are 3 I'm going to kind of highlight here. Bill 121 will allow reimbursement of coin from the Missouri Department of Public Safety to support programming protecting victims and witnesses of violent crimes. Bill 122 will accept grant funding from the Missouri Family Health Council to support women's health and preventive services. And Bill 123 will allow reimbursement of coin from the Missouri Department of Health and Human Services to support summer food service program inspections. So then I'm going to move along to the resolutions because as we know, St. Louis County Council, they love their resolutions. And there were 5 resolutions, discussed yesterday or last night. or what have you. And there's one I kind of wanted to speak on because I'm still kind of confused. So Councilwoman Clancy, she introduced this resolution which recognizes the month of May as Mental Health Awareness Month. Cool. Pretty straightforward. I hear you, sis. Got you. So after she presents this and, is looking, there's, whatever. Council people, they can discuss the bill if they like or resolution, what have you. And so Councilman Fitch provided a couple of comments regarding the proposed resolution. So one of the things he mentioned was, how there was some things missing from the resolution, though he agreed with it. One, of course, was that, the mandates, these COVID-19 mandates have negatively impacted folks' mental health. So, why wasn't that included in the resolution? And also, Councilman Fitch mentioned that, it would have been nice to have had input, from the county council himself and the county council also in spending that CARES Act funding, to increase expending going towards the issue. Because, he was saying that out of the 100 something million dollars, $173 million St. Louis County had, like $2 million went directly towards mental health programs. And so again, he's saying, the county exec, he kind of had a lot of power. He was allocating these resources and he only spent $2 million towards it. So he's like, dang, it would have been nice if we could have had some influence to put more towards that issue. And then there's just like this back and forth between him and Councilwoman Clancy. And, as Clancy put it, like, how has this turned into a political back and forth? Like, I don't know. And, I was just like kind of sitting there like, wow, so this is what we doing now? This is what we doing. We are politicizing mental health. And I know, like, I usually don't like speak on things, but mental health is real. One of my colleagues, shout out Mr. Alan Henry Perkins, AP, and one of the hosts of Our Kicking It for a Cause, he's a huge mental health advocate, especially for Black men. And, mental health it's a real thing. There's a real need and resources that are needed, especially in our communities. And just to hear someone really politicize that and put a spin on it, like, I just really didn't understand that. So, again, Councilman Fitch, if you hear this and hey, let's have that conversation through our In Case You Missed It in Evolve's platform, because I just really didn't understand the need for those comments. But again, this is what we do. We politicize mental health. And where they do that at? Do it here in St. Louis County. So with that being said, that's it for this week. So stay tuned. Please stay well, and you'll see me soon. Peace.